In a time of political turmoil, it's easy to overlook the people who work to exercise and support our core American values. Democracy at Work is an election season series from VCIJ at WHRO. People share their stories about how they uphold the core ideals of American democracy: free and fair elections, the defense of the country, ensuring clean air and water, the right to participate in government deliberations, and exercise First Amendment rights. This weekly series brings these compelling stories to light.
A newspaper of record, it's not just for legal purposes, it's really the first draft of history. You know, once you realize how critical that is, then it just motivates you. It's like, I want to help my community. I've seen how much good we can do. I've seen how much good information we can get out there to folks. So it's really a critical role. I didn't know that until I was here. I was too young. Didn't know anything about journalism.
I mean, no, you're the reporter. Yeah. Okay, I got to get everybody.
No, I didn't know her, but this newspaper's followed the story.
My name is Ann Adams. I'm 56, and I'm the owner and publisher of The Recorder, a weekly newspaper serving Highland, Bath, and Allegheny counties.
I was an art major, but my mother bought a farm here. And the minute I graduated from college, she's like, come up and renovate for me. I was living up on the side of this mountain. It was just stunning. And I was like, I don't think I want to go on to the city, which was my original plan. But I needed a job. The paper at that time was owned by a man named Lee Campbell, and he was looking for a part-time sales rep. I was only 21, maybe. He trained me in ad sales. Eventually worked my way up into typesetting, and he had me writing features pretty quickly. I took over the commercial printing operations. I was doing budgeting and I was doing accounting. I had to learn how to operate the press. So during that time, I learned every aspect of the business, all of it.
I want to begin today with three premises. The first is that news media is in crisis. This has been extensively documented. A recent report from the Poynter Institute found 130 newspapers closed over the course of 2023, and that since 2005, the U.S. has lost nearly 2,900 newspapers and 43,000 journalist jobs.
Highland is the least populated county in Virginia, by far. It's also got the lowest income level. And what I just learned early on was the newspaper in a place this small can have a very positive effect. I have seen communities who've lost their paper. I think of Logan County, West Virginia, just how industries took advantage of an uneducated citizenry because they didn't have a newspaper anymore. I'll be damned if that's going to happen here, if I can help it, because we've met up against some stuff that could have changed the environment, the quality of life forever, like no going back. So if you can educate your citizens in a way that they're all talking about the same thing and they're all armed with the exact same information from which to make their decisions about what they want, what they think is right, how they're going to vote.
Here's a quote from Vindicator General Manager Mark Brown, where he says, as advertisers have moved to spending money on Facebook and Google, they have reduced their spending with newspapers. As people have moved to internet shopping, brick and mortar stores have had sales declines, which have resulted in less spending on newspaper advertising. During this time, we have continued to battle traditional electronic media for advertisers' budget.
One of the things you can't stand about social media is that you're getting so many different points of view, so much information that's just plain old wrong. If the recorder wasn't here, that's what they'd be left with. When they read the paper, then they are armed with all of the government information, all of the decisions that are being made, what's happening in the school system, and it sort of creates a unified source of here's what we can trust is true, what are we going to do about it? If you don't have a free press, if you don't have journalists, good, experienced journalists willing to do a lot of work, spend a lot of time making sure that the right information is published where everybody can see it, then you're going to end up with an ignorant population. Because folks wouldn't do that kind of work on their own, would they? We all have a stake in how our government, our lives are guided and governed, everybody's got a voice. Everybody's got the power to do something. And if they don't, then one of the great things about journalism is, as they say, giving voice to those people who are voiceless. We can help. We can help do that. We can help educate them. We can help get them answers. You have this experience of, hey, I can make a difference. Really make a difference. I mean, that's meaningful work. It's hard, and no, you don't make money, but it's meaningful work. I mean, I can look back on 35 years and go, I did something good. You know, I did something right for people.
For BCIJ at WHRO, this is Christopher Tyree.